Okay, we will have to use the mobile device. I think this one is it is a bit accustomed more to me. The interface here, the Facebook interface here, I think I understand better than that of the web. Okay, once again, good evening, fellow Biafrans. My name is Christian Wosu. He did told us a couple of series of my previous live discussion broadcast using this platform, Facebook. I did told us that I will or may be coming on intervals periodically to get us to have a chat or pour out my own mind as regards to events or developments as it pertains to Biafra freedom and restoration. Today I'm here again for us to discuss. My name is Christian Wosu. Some couple of hours ago I made a post on my wall, Facebook wall here, which gives us a serious concern as to how what we are now seeing in the struggle, in the pursuit for freedom. I've listened to couples of audio messages where some Biafrans, supposed Biafrans have washed their dirty linen outside and also exposed their real identity. Instead of the cause for restoration of the freedom of the indigenous people, it has become a part also where everyone wants to be the head and everyone wants to call the shot. It gives us a cold feet and a kind of concern, because if we continue to tread on this path, it will be disastrous and it will be very, very dangerous to the struggle, the little damage they may have done. I will, before we continue, I want to dwell on subject matter, and before we continue, I want to play us some audio messages I saw on the social media. Words credited to some persons, supposed to be Biafrans, who are championing one organization or the other for the pursuit of the freedom of the Biafran people. I want to play for us some, maybe some of us must have seen or may have seen this same audio, but for the benefit and purposes of this live discourse here, I will play it again for us here. And I did made it known that it's going to be an open discussion. We are not here to antagonize anybody. We are not here to call anybody names. But it is a place where we want us to reason as a human, as a people, and then have a good rapport and find ourselves a common place or a solution as to these many problems. It is not here to call anybody's out, but it's a thing, is a platform where we will discuss, as I said, and streamline some certain things, come up with a resolution or a conclusion. It might not hold water, but I believe starting somewhere is what matters, and we are going to kickstart today. Not at this point in time. I see someone trying to send an invite to join this platform, but please, you have to wait for some time. Let me first of all get the background ready and also play us these audio conversations, leaked messages, audio conversations or telephone conversations, and one supposedly I think maybe from Radio Biafra London, by Nnamdi Kanu. So I want to play it for us, and another one from a telephone conversation between Tony Nadi of LNC and some other persons. Thank you. Just listen whilst I play this. It will help us to understand what we have to discuss here today and the way forward. Thank you.
As the leader of IPOB, I am a very powerful man. I know that very well. I can decide who lives or who dies. I can decide to play God if I want to. I have over 2 million men under my command. I can destroy anywhere I want to have destroyed.
Yes, this is a short excerpt from what I got, and it is shocker. It is a shocker, and it is something that will give us concern. I want us to understand something first of all. From where I come from, and I'm Igbo man, there is what we call the beauty of life, which is a mmadu. Igbo people, they so hold the sanctity of life to their chest. It is a situation where, when it becomes a situation of this kind, where someone arrogates power to himself or herself, assuming, in quote, Lord and Savior, who gives lives and who decides or who has the powers to take, it gives us a sense of questions. I would not want us to dwell outrightly on this at the moment without bringing other perspectives. As I mentioned earlier, today's conversation is going to be, it is born out of trying to find a common ground, and it's a conversation between you and me, Biafrans and me. Let's see how we can be able to make sense out of all this. And because what I see, Igbo land precisely, because when you use the word Biafra, it's encapsulates other, it concerns other clans or tribes of Biafra. But the Igbo speaking part, I think I'm seeing Igbo land, Igbo speaking side, Igbo nation on the road to Golgotha. We are becoming, we are turning this struggle to become something else, an eyesore that we must condemn. As I said, let me play this audio, which I got also from a supposed leaked conversation, telephone conversation between, for the record, the first one I played is that of Nnamdi Kanu. And I want to play another one, a supposed leaked conversation between Tony Nadi of LNC and a reverend brother, a reverend father brother, whom I think resides in the United States. So let me play that also for us, and the other adjoining responses we got from Biafrans as the reactions to what I'm talking about. Let me play that now. Please, I don't know if I want to get a confirmation from us if we are hearing these clips, this audio playing on the background. I don't know if we are hearing it. Please, you may just make a comment on the comment section, so I know that we are truly hearing what I'm playing for us. But it's from two different gadgets. I want to be sure we are hearing this thing. Please, if you are hearing it, do comment yes, I can hear it. Thank you. This is a conversation, a supposed telephone conversation between two persons, LNC and Secretary General of LNC, Tony Nadi, and the Reverend Father Brother who is resident in the USA. As I said, we will be having a conversation. If you so wish to comment or if you so wish to air your own opinion on this matter, I will invite you on this platform for us to discuss. This purpose is for us to get a common ground, because the Igbo nation is becoming a mess with all that is happening as regards to this agitation. Please, just listen to this conversation again. Thank you. For the benefit of those who are not Igbo speaking viewers here today, first of all, it is a conversation between two brothers, a Reverend Father, a supposed Reverend Father, and I presume though, and the Secretary General of LNC, Mr. Tony Nadi. The question here should be, when has it become a norm in Igbo land that we kill ourselves because of differences? When has Igbo people thrown away their culture of respect and sanctity for life, human life? When have we degenerated to what we are seeing today in the course of Biafra pursuit? A brother no longer wants to see his brother alive. When? When has it become in Igbo land that someone arrogates power to himself, to an extent brags with that on his radio, that he has the powers to kill, to decide who lives and who dies? When? In Igbo land. These are the many things we begin to see when these persons who claim to champion the cause for Biafra freedom, people who claims to champion the cause of that they champion the cause of Biafra freedom, for just mere little powers that they feel they have arrogated to themselves, and then they decide who lives and who dies. If they don't like your face, of course, you might be penned down for death. When has it become that so bad that in Igbo land today, we find our brothers, how their own expression or positions as far as a discourse is concerned, or an argument is concerned, or on an issue, then it becomes a problem for us to begin to think on how to kill that person, either directly or indirectly. When has that become? Just for the cause of Biafran restoration. I see Igbo nation going to the land of Golgotha. I see Igbo nation becoming Libya. I think until we begin to understand why we are pursuing the cause for this freedom, it's to change, move away from the status quo we find ourselves in present-day Nigeria to a better or civil society, state where we can express ourselves without the other man thinking otherwise to snuff your life out. I think that is where we should find us. That is what the driving, the force that is pushing us to leave Nigeria. But if it is becoming this other way, even worse than where we want to live, it gives us a cause for concern. These two persons, the leaked audio conversation from Tony Nnadi and Nnamdi Kanu's pronouncement or his statement on his radio, these two, what do you make out of it? I see one, on the other hand, who has arrogated power to himself and now brags about that he sees himself to be a strong man. Your sense of strongness, or how you understand how strong or powerful you are, is when you decide to kill someone, your own kids and kin, or you decide otherwise to allow the person leave. And I want to put it on the record here. Igbo nation is irredeemably Republican by nature. No one person has that monopoly to cow or overrule others. That is Igbo nature, Igbo nature for you. On the other hand, I see another person, a supposed leader in his own faction, LNC, making the move or supposed move out of this radio, or what did we just listen, the audio we're listening to murder, so to say, either directly or indirectly, that he heard a reverend father said that these persons are supposed to be killed. Nnamdi Kanu and co. should be killed. For the record, you all know I'm not a fan of Nnamdi Kanu. And I have his own medicine also. And his own stupidity to buttress tonight. But it is so bad enough that instead of pursuing what is pursuing us, instead of fighting, making collective arrangements to leave that contraption called Nigeria today, but here we are, working against ourselves to the extent it has degenerated on how to take each other's life. To the extent it has degenerated on how we boast that we have the powers to kill, decides who lives and who don't. It gives me a cause for concern. If Biafra come today, is it this hand, is it on this position that will begin to govern ourselves? I mean the Igbo speaking part, the Igbo nation, part of Biafra. If Biafra comes today, if Biafra is declared free today, are you telling us we'll be on each other's jugular, on each other's neck, to snuff life just because we want to control power? They say the taste of pudding is in the eating. The taste of the pudding is in the eating. If at this early morning it is like this, what happens when it becomes noon? Tony Nnadi of LNC, you are doing the best you can, as I can understand. But the truth of the matter here remains. You, on your own platform, should understand that you are not the all-know-all. That your strategy is all that will restore Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu, on your own platform, you have done when you did something by awakening the consciousness of Biafrans. All you do today is noise making, as far as I'm concerned. But of course, to keep your movement running, you must sell one thing or the other to Biafrans. Fake promises and all that, to maintain status quo. It is high time we begin to understand something. It is only when and when alone we put truth before any other thing, even before our own personal interest, that is not of Biafra collective interest. Only on that note that Biafra will be restored. The hand we are using today, the style we are using today to jostle power from each other, it will not help us. Everyone should be on their platform and do what they are doing. All we want is Biafra. But whereby you begin to be a threat, you now become a threat to the other person, simply because of a different opinion, or that person is not thinking in line as to what you are thinking, or to join your own platform. It gives us cause for concern, because if you begin to issue threats to life, it gives us cause for concern. And it is high time Igbo youths must wake up. If we truly want Biafra, the Igbo people I mean today, if you truly want Biafra, the other ethnic clans of Biafra are just watching us. If Igbo tribe, Igbo clan of Biafra truly wants Biafra to be restored, the Igbo youth must rise to the occasion. It is an abomination as far as Igbo nation is concerned, as tradition is concerned, that one would talk heel to the extent of killing his brother, or thinking, nursing such idea to assassinate or kill his brother, even when you are not the one who wants to do it. For you to hear it someone else say, is an abomination in our land. Likewise, it is an abomination on the other hand, that someone who arrogates powers, this power to kill, or power to decide who lives or who dies, it's an abomination. And Igbo youth must rise to the occasion, and this is the time. I'm not calling for unity, no, because I don't see any basis for the unity as regards what I'm saying in the current, these two platforms, where Mr. B believes his roadmap or plans are the best to restore Biafra. Mr. A believes his own is the best. There's no sense calling for unity, because they cannot agree. But at least, in as much as we champion our cause on our individual groups, we must respect the sanctity of life. We must respect the sanctity of life. Nnamdi Kanu, on your statement, you decide you have the powers to decide who lives and who dies. A question I ask, was it that same power that was exercised that saw Prophet Nwoko dead? Was it that same power that I saw that was exercised that saw an attempted murder in your village, Afari Ibeku? Every leader must chew their tongue before they speak. Every leader must chew their tongue before they speak. Not because you have the platform to speak, then you spew anything you so wish to spew. without thinking the consequences. And what you have said, Nnamdi Kanu, has given credence to the allegation that Nigerian government leveled against IPOB that it is a terrorist wing association. Those who have the powers, the raw power we know, will not make such statement. Anyone who has such powers will not make such statements. And I charge Biafrans today, it is time we begin to unravel or dig deep to know what happened to Prophet Nwoko. So many versions has played out. So many people with their own version. Which one do we believe? Is it as a result of the quote, I being the most powerful man as a leader of IPOB, a powerful man having the powers to decide who lives and who dies? Is it as a result of that Nwoko died? Nwoko was murdered. Why do we murder, or why do we so wish to short dissent opinions? If it is different from what we have or what we are thinking, then everybody must swallow same. Enough is enough. We must call ourselves to caution. Every leader, as far as this pro-independence agitation is concerned, must chew their tongue before they speak. It is causing a whole lot of damage to the Biafran agitation. How long do we take this ineptitude? From these leaders and destroy our cause for the restoration of Biafra? Because whatever any group does, it has one way or the other that it affects this agitation or the movement for Biafra freedom. Just as I mentioned, I want it to be a live interaction. If you wish, you want to say something, you may indicate by sending me invite, request. I will bring you in. I will bring you in. It is saddening. A sad day for me today. Seeing all this audio or listening to these messages. On a final note, IPOB needs to be restructured. Every group is important, but IPOB needs to be restructured. If you look at the wave that is happening today now, the other one is Oba, some days ago. The previous was Ifeanyi Ejiofor's village. Communities have started abhorring IPOB. Why? Because of their shenanigans. Every community in Biafra land now has started abhorring IPOB, not just in the Igbo-speaking side. Even in the Ijaw land. That is why IPOB need to restructure itself. If it is your leadership that is inept, take away that leadership and change your leadership and move forward. Provided you still talk of Biafra, you agitate for Biafra in truth and honesty. I'm not agitating for any group or calling for a group to close. No, the more the merrier. But we must be seen. We must be seen to walk in the same direction, which is to restore Biafra. Whatever anybody can do, so let the person do. Whatever any group can do, let that group do. But it must be on the basis of truth, on the foundation of truth, and to the merit for Biafra restoration. Not coming to lie to our people just to gain your personal aggrandizement. Every group is important, but if the beauty of it is coming together, fine. But wherefore some groups are not willing to come together, then let them go on their individual ways and begin to do things right, not attacking each other. To the extent it has degenerated to, I will kill or you will not kill. I have the rights to take life. I don't have the rights to take life. It's a cause for concern. It is a cause for concern. Enough being said, we will not be spending much time today. But what my statement will be, final statement will be, every Igbo youth must be awakened. Do not use yourself as a tool in these hands of these people, because it is very evident they are not for the restoration of Biafra. It is power tussle. Sometimes they cannot claiming to be the all and all superior. The other person is dragging to become the superior or claiming that they are the superior. That is what it clearly shows. Instead of becoming an avenue, a movement for the restoration of Biafra, it has become a movement for power tussles. We must be cautious enough. You take one life, you spill any blood, human blood, there are consequences and price for it. If you succeed to take a life, there is a consequence and price to pay for it. More or less taking that of your kin and kids. There is no basis or whatsoever reason that such statement, I want to play it again. There is no reason whatsoever. If what we have been saying it is not true, what is the reason whatsoever that such a statement will come out from a supposed leader of IPOB? I ask a question again. Is it that power, in quotes, that was decided that took the life of Nwoko, Prophet Nwoko? I want to play it again for the benefit of those who just joined. This is the audio.
As the leader of IPOB, I am a very powerful man. I know that very well. I can decide who lives or who dies. I can decide to play God if I want to. I have over 2 million men under my command. I can destroy anywhere I want to have destroyed.
That is the statement. That is the statement. And to make it worse, some of us are clapping for this statement because you are a follower of Nnamdi Kanu. You forget that when you throw a stone in the market, it may land on the head of your mother or on your relative. Biafrans today, some of us are clapping on this statement because you want to be seen to support your leader, Nnamdi Kanu. It is an eyesore. Let me play us an audio message I got also from the social media today. Someone Giving credence, I don't know, what is this? Giving credence to such statements. Is it the kind of Biafra we want? Is it the Biafra we want? Libya today is still suffering what they did against themselves, that they felt they were doing to late Muammar Gaddafi. That is the same hand Igbo nation is bringing today in the course of this Biafra freedom movement. Let me play us an audio response from someone, which is really bad. I want to play that audio for us. Just listen.
Please, whoever that posted this here, and take this message to the same guy who
I don't know if it is loud enough. I don't know. I'm using two devices.
oh my God,
If you can hear that clearly, please, you may indicate on the comment section that you can hear what I'm playing for us, the audio message.
please, whoever that posted this here, and take this message to the same guy who is now about oh my God, terrorists who was stopping. If you don't understand leadership, if you don't understand government, you don't understand groups or association, you better ask questions. What Nnamdi Kanu just said, what he just mentioned is that he is leading over 2 million people. If you don't want to argue with that, then you are deceiving yourself. Yes, Nnamdi Kanu is leading more than 2 million people.
Just listen quietly.
Them to do anything, they will do it. There is even volunteer force. Nigerian government decide who lives and who dies. Did you elect them? Your governor decide who lives and who dies. Your local government decide who lives and who dies. They will send assassin to you. They will send DSS to you. They will Bankole Balo's wife was killed. Abiola's wife was killed by the state government. Fela was killed by the state government, by the federal government of Nigeria. A lot of people, Delekiwa was murdered by Babangida because he is leading the nation. He decides who lives and who dies.
Okay.
That is bitter truth. So start respecting yourselves. How many leaders in this world, Ayatollah Khamenei decide who lives and who dies? Omar Mukhtar of Hamas decide who of the organization in Lebanon decide who lives and who dies, including their government. You can decide to send for the assassination of the state we are in. They don't do murdered by Babangida because he is leading the nation. He decides who lives and who dies. That is bitter truth. So start respecting yourselves. How many leaders in this world, Ayatollah Khamenei decide who lives and who dies? Omar Mukhtar of Hamas decide who of the organization in Lebanon decide who lives and who dies.
Can you see the narrative here? These are responses, reactions coming from Biafrans as regards to Nnamdi Kanu's statement that he has the powers to decide who lives and who dies. That is so powerful that he can decide who lives and who will die. This, what I'm playing for us, this audio message now is what I got it from the social media. I got it from social media. Someone giving credence, supporting such atrocious statements by Nnamdi Kanu. Let me continue with the audio message, audio clip.
Including their government, you can decide to send for the assassination of the president of Lebanon. People don't even know anything. They don't even know the state we are in. They don't even know the problem of Biafra. Or you will be and the way in your village decide who lives and who dies. If you don't know that. Police commissioner of your state, of your local government, decide who lives and who dies. That is the responsibility that is on the shoulder of a leader. If you have a good leader, you will enjoy yourself. If you have a bad leader, you will suffer. So I don't know why you are making this a big issue. He's expressing and emphatically saying what is fact. Whether you agree or not, that is a fact. And
This is it. This is the reactions. I have so many reactions. If I continue to play it here, it will be so more. It will be so disturbing. It will be so disturbing that Biafra agitation movement has gotten deteriorated to the extent that we begin to decide who lives and who dies, and we begin to threaten each other, and we begin to, in our own cocoon, plotting on how to assassinate one another. Even when we are not directly, and we heard that someone is plotting to assassinate XYZ. It's an abomination as far as Igbo nation is concerned. And speaking to Igbo people today, not Biafra at large. If it is how we want our own Biafra to be, count me out. Because we cannot be exercising all we are doing today to leave that contraption Nigeria, because we are not free. We are not exercising ourselves to rights to live and our privileges as concerned. And we'll get it to same Biafra, it will be worst. Where someone, a supposed leader, so to say, will arrogate powers to themselves or himself to assume that he or she has rights to kill or to give someone life. Are you God? Are you God? Who is man to decide who lives or who dies? Who is man to discuss plans on how to assassinate another because of a diverse opinion? It's the sense, it calls for worry. Biafra must not continue like this. Igbo nation must not continue like this, because I see, as I repeated initially, I see us going to the Golgotha. Igbo nation going to the Golgotha. We have thrown away the sanctity for respect to human life. That is why we bear it as a name, Mmadu. Today at will, we kill, we maim, we incarcerate, we do all sorts of manner of nonsense against our own flesh and blood, because that person has a different opinion from what you think or what you have. In Igbo land today, I ask, is IPOB brewing terrorists as we see today? Are they breeding terrorists as we speak today? We must exercise caution. Every Igbo youth must rise to the occasion. This is the time. Because for it to has gotten to this extent that someone will, I listen to Tony Nadizone as I played to you people, a telephone conversation. Is it when you kill your brother, then you have right, you will now have that space, so to say, or the ability to restore Biafra in your own faction? Is there no other way around it? Is there no other way around it? If we want IPOB to shut up today, I think we have started that. Communities have started that. But going after someone's life, even when you are not the person who wants to carry out such or who has such plan, but listening to such conversation that it is an abomination. And I condemn that in total. If we want IPOB to stop today, it is very easy. The children today, the youths, the men and women who are members of IPOB today, they are our parents, brothers, sisters, children. We can call them to order. And then IPOB will die from whence it came. A natural death. It has not gotten to the extent that we begin to hear a statement that is leaked on telephone conversation on how they plan or how to deal with some persons. The name was mentioned, Nnamdi Kanu precisely, and so many others. I don't know if I'm penned down also. It's a call for caution. I want it to be an interactive section today. We are not going to waste much time. If you so wish you want to say something on this subject matter, you just indicate, send a request that I can bring you into this live video. You air your opinion. We are not here to castigate any group. It is not me. When I come for IPOB, I come for IPOB. When I come for any group, I come for any group or anybody, any person. I say it the way it is. But today is for us to discuss these death threats and power tussle with the quote, I being the powerful, most powerful, maybe most powerful in Igbo land, because not from Biafra, as he presumed or assumed to himself to be. Nnamdi Kanu. I being the most powerful or powerful person controlling IPOB, I have rights to decide who lives and who dies. That is what we are discussing here today. And of course, the threat to life message, a supposed telephone conversation between Nadi of LNC and a Reverend Father who is resident in the USA, as I presume. When has it gotten from fighting ourselves naked on social media, insulting ourselves? Children no longer express their elders. Everybody now is now equal, because you can sit in the comfort of your home with your little MB and then you spew nonsense against anybody, not minding there are psychological warfare ongoing. When you begin to decide our people, you recite them from all this that we see, it becomes a problem. Our youth today have been brainwashed. Of course, your beloved IPOB did that job. Brainwash them to the negative side. I see a comment here, somebody, Joseph Obioma. I think you are a bit childish. Somebody, Joseph Obioma, you are a bit childish. I believe there are better ways we can handle issues than these threats to life and others. We must have that strong, thick skin to receive criticism, constructive criticism. Not when you are criticized or your policies or principles are criticized. Then the next thing you do is to look for how to assassinate or kill the other person who criticized you. Is it how we're going to get Biafra? Of all Nnamdi Kanu has done, do you think there are nobody who has grievances against him? But of course, we cannot degenerate ourselves to taking life. No, not that we don't know how to. But because of what we value the sanctity of human life. Because for any blood, human blood you spill, there is a consequence and a price for it. If not today, in the afterlife. If not afterlife against you, your generations will reap from that you have sown or what you have done. We all kept quiet. Prophet Nwoko was murdered. Till today, Biafrans, fingers are pointed at IPOB leadership. We all kept quiet till today. Nwoko's death, nobody could ask what happened, how did this man got killed. I ask again, is it as a result with the quote we just heard from Nnamdi Kanu, that having the powers to decide who lives or who dies, was it what was exercised that got Nwoko killed? Was it? Nnayawodo today is being banded up and down by same IPOB. You want to kill your father. Why? Stoned to death. These atrocities that we begin to find ourselves, IPOB leadership, I don't think this is how a leader should talk, and it is not. If you proclaim yourself to be a leader to your own group, then you must have the wherewithal to stand as a leader and the courage to do. A leader doesn't talk from both sides of his mouth. A leader is not a loquacious person. We must begin to understand that whatever actions or inactions of any group, pro-independence groups, commit today or undertake today affects the generality of Biafra restoration as far as I'm concerned. The world is not sleeping. They are watching every one of us. If a supposed group who claims the champion for Biafra are the same supposed group turning themselves into terrorist wing, IPOB precisely, and the chief of the IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, telling the world that he is a terrorist in waiting, if he is not already. And some Biafrans are clapping, saying that he has the power to do, and who told you he has the power to do and not do? In Igbo land? Are you sure you know Igbo people? What happened at Oba? What happened at Oba is the exemplary reactions of Ndi Igbo. That is how Igbos react. Igbo will praise you. Igbo will worship you when you do them good. But the moment, in quote, you arrogate powers to yourself and see yourself as Lord, Igbos will come after you. They will invoke the Igboite spirit. Communities today are avoiding IPOB. They have banned IPOB. First was from Barrister Joffor's hometown. They banned IPOB there. Why? Is there no Masop there? Is there no other group members of any other pro-independence groups from that community? But IPOB is banned. Oba, we just saw some days ago. In Ijoland, we saw some, I think, 3 months or 2 months ago. Does it not call for caution? Does it not call for caution? Tony Nadi should be condemned. When I mean condemned, his statement should be condemned. If actually that conversation is from him. But of course, the voice I heard there is Tony Nadi's voice. He may not be the one who said or who has the plans of assassination. But being around where such plans, or even hearing it with your own ears, is an abomination in Igbo land. You must say it out. You must condemn it. It has not gotten to the extent where we as a people, it has not gotten to the extent where we as a people begin to go for each other's neck because we are talking for agitation for Biafra, freedom of Biafra. Then let's remain as Nigerians, because it seems Nigeria might be better as far as the Igbo side is concerned. If it is for Igbos alone, I think there's no need for Biafra. And the gullibility of our youths must be exercised. We must exercise that gullibility. Enough is enough that someone will tell you, go and do this, go and destroy this. Look at what happened at Afari Ibeku. This is the same Nnamdi Kanu's hometown. You claim to be a leader. You want to be a leader. But you could not address the ills happening in your own community because of Eze ship tussle, land grabbing tussle. The same Eze ship Nnamdi Kanu told us that there will not be Eze in Biafra land when he restores Biafra with his own group. That is alien. Yes, I agree. Eze-ship is alien to Igbo land. That's true. But the same Eze-ship today, Nnamdi Kanu is killing, attempting to kill with his younger brother in Afari Ibeku, just to retain that Eze-ship to their family. Someone's property was destroyed. Someone's merchandise was burnt down. Someone's daughter was almost assassinated. We saw the evidence. She came to, I think, Ijele's broadcast or so. How long can we continue to be on each other's neck? No one man has the right or monopoly to kill. If it is the hand the Igbos wants to bring for this restoration movement, for Biafra independence, then count me out. Until we understand that it is live and let's live. Until we understand that no matter how we criticize each other, that it will not degenerate to taking our own lives. And for someone to come, a supposed leader, I still maintain that, as you claim, IPOB leader, to come on air, is it through your face, whatever you made, where you made that statement, to arrogate powers to kill, give life and take. It is the height of disrespect to Igbo nation. It is the height of disrespect to the Igbo people. Because you don't have such powers. You don't have such powers. Tony Nnadi must come on air through his platform or whatever platform and clarify himself of whatever assassination threats as we saw or as we listened on that audio message, whatever telephone conversation he had with somebody. It has not gotten to that extent. And these persons, these two leaders, so-called leaders, what have you been able to do to protect your people? What have you two been able to do to protect your people? Nothing. You spill your mouth, Tony Nnadi, you are where you listen to a conversation that these persons need to be killed. And in your own statement on that audio I listened, that after the lockdown, that you begin to deal with IPOB, or whatever as the case may be. Is it the best approach? Is it the best approach? Or is it part of your strategy to restore Biafra? I want to know. I think it is something you must defend or clarify us. If you deal with IPOB members, then Biafra will come, let us know, and then we'll hold you to your words. We'll allow you to deal with IPOB members and then let Biafra come, if that will give us Biafra. And to Nnamdi Kanu, with your loquacious mouth, of course you are talkative. I don't think your words should be considered though. But for saying it out at all, it might ignite fire that you may not control. Because we have some charlatans, I keep saying it, within the IPOB rank and file, that might, because of what you've said, to begin to do some little meandering against the people they so-called they want to liberate. This is not leadership in exercise. This is proudness. This is idiocy. And this is stupidity. It is stupidity. Someone said the threats are part of roadmap. Roadmap of LNC or roadmap of IPOB. Let them come and explain to us when they kill Biafrans, then Biafra will come. Then we will know. Let them tell us how many Biafrans will die before Biafra will be restored. As I said, if you so wish to join this conversation, just click your indication button. I'll bring you here live. It's a conversation. It is not me. I'm not lecturing anybody. What do I know to lecture anybody? But I believe one thing, that it has not degenerated for us to go to begin to look for the truth of each other to snuff life out. No matter how we criticize ourselves, let it end on the criticism. What we are doing today is a joker. It's like chess. You play your own, I play my own. At the end, we'll get a winner. But it should not spill life. It should not take life. There are so many other groups. If it is so, if everybody now, these little groups, IPOB little group, NLC little group, what about Masob that is the giant amongst all? If it has degenerated to taking life because someone, what of Masob that we have criticized long time? How many years now we are still calling Masob names? Azraf was Rike, thought of taking life of anybody. Nnamdi Kanu, Azraf boasted the same way you boasted at him having even more than 5 million followers. Raf has. Azraf boasted that he is the most strongest man in Igbo land today that has the prerogative to give life or decides whose life will be taken. That is the test of leadership. That is how you know a true leader. A leader who doesn't talk too much. A leader who keeps his mouth short. The test of leadership, it is not when you speak aloud. The test of leadership, it is not when you arrogate powers to yourself. It is people who gives you power. It is not you taking it or claiming you have power. You are nobody. Kanu, I repeat, you are nobody. Urube, you are nobody. And I challenge Afaruku Ibeku today. If there still remains a man in Afara Ibeku, they should rise to the occasion. It is Igbo land. One little boy cannot mess a community up and then everybody begins to junkate and run away. For what? And to IPOB youths, you must know the line. You must not cross the line. Kanu and his younger brother using you as a puppet for their bidding must stop. It is restoration of Biafra freedom. It is not a tussle for kingship in Afari Ibeku. So therefore, they must not use you. Come, let's protest in Afari Ibeku. Let them lead the protest. Let them call their family. They have brothers and uncles, nieces, nephews, etc. Even in-laws. Let them call their family to do the protest. Do not go, Biafrans, Biafran youth. Because whatever happens to you, of course, they will still abandon you as they have abandoned others. The torso within Afari Ibeku, that's what I'm saying. That are seen merchandise destroyed, cars destroyed, houses or so-called properties destroyed because of Eze ship tussle. And they use you. Come, they are insulting a leader. Ask them on what basis. Where are they insulting a leader? What for? Ask them. If they say Safari Beku, tell them sort yourself out. That is not what we are pursuing. We are pursuing Biafra. We are not for Eze ship tussle or land grabbing tussle. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. It is disheartening enough. If we cannot find a common front, a common ground to unite, do your own and let others do their own quietly. As I said, it's a game, it's a board game, it's a game of chess. Play your game. Be smart with it and get us freedom. Not when the other criticize you, then you think of the only way you think is how to assassinate. It's not like part of that person. That is the much I have to tell us today. Igbo youths, ihe na-asa n'anya. This division today, mark this date down. Today is 16th of July, 2020. Mark this date down. If we continue with this divisive anarchy we are bringing today, it will be disastrous. It will be disastrous. And those of you, apologists to Nnamdi Kanu, who wants to be relevant, and then you clap for such statements, it may consume you. It may consume you. It may consume you. Let's be careful, my people, and work together. If we cannot work together, let's be civil enough to go our businesses. The end point is restore Biafra. And for those who wish to contribute money, contribute wherever you feel you are getting the results from. That's the truth. Enough being said, we must understand that one life taken, a blood speed, human blood speed, has consequences. You may do it today and say, oh, I've done it, nobody sees you. The land will cry. And when the soil cry, the repercussion will be so massive that even you, even when the person is no longer in existence, the generation, children, will reap of that fruit as sown by their parents or by you. God bless us, Biafrans. This is the much I can take on this subject matter. But I believe a word is enough for the wise. It is high time we begin to see ourselves as a people, even irrespective of our differences, ideologies, as to restoration of Biafra. As to restoration of Biafra, we must remain as a unit in spirit. And the end point, the goal should be, as we agitate for Biafra, does it lead to restoration of actual, factual restoration of Biafra, independence, or freedom? Not power tussle, as it seems today. Not lying to our people, as it seems today. And finally, IPOB must call themselves to order. From the leadership, the loquacious leader Nnamdi Kanu, to the grassroots persons. Because communities have started abhorring you. And if all community abhors you, that's the end. Take a clue from Oba. And that the village, I've forgotten the name of the village of what's this called? Ejiofor, Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Take a clue from these villages. Same thing is happening across other villages. Take a clue from Afari Ibeku, because the community of Afari Ibeku have rejected IPOB also. God bless us as we continue our daily business today. Thank you. Share this if you so wish. I'm not here to look for popularity, no. I'm not into business, social media businesses where I make money if you share my video, or to make gain adverts, some cent from adverts from Facebook, no. If it was, you'll be seeing me on daily basis, or even seconds making videos. I'm not. But I believe there is somebody somewhere that might have a rethink, or this video might spike their consciousness to think and do right. Thank you, and God bless you. Have a nice time.